What if I told you that you do not need a garden, open soil, or years of experience to fill your home with flowers that keep coming back for years? Flowers that return season after season almost on their own, asking for very little from you. Today, I'm going to show you 9 fragrant perennial flowers that grow beautifully in pots, the same kinds of plants our ancestors cherished long before modern garden centers existed. Stay until the end, because number 7 carries a history that reaches back to old monastery gardens, and modern science now suggests its scent can act directly on the nervous system in a way no artificial air freshener can truly copy. And number 9 is so tough, so simple, and so reliable that once you see it, you'll understand why generations kept it on every balcony. Let's begin. Plant 1. Jasmine. Before fragrance laboratories existed, jasmine was already here. Arab traders carried it into Europe from Persia and South Asia, where people had been cultivating it for more than 3,000 years. In Al-Andalus, the medieval Arab Spain, jasmine perfumed the courtyards of palaces, shaded patios, and quiet inner gardens where people gathered to think, speak, rest, and recover from the heat of the day. Physicians of that period used jasmine in preparations meant to calm the mind and ease tension. To them, this was not just a decorative flower. It was a plant of refinement, knowledge, conversation, and inner peace. Today, you can grow that same living perfume in a simple pot on your balcony. What medieval healers sensed through experience, modern research has begun to measure. Aromatic compounds found in jasmine, especially linalool and benzyl acetate, have been studied for their relaxing effects, including their connection to lower heart rate and reduced stress response. In other words, jasmine does not merely smell pleasant. Its fragrance interacts with the body. It is not imagination, it is chemistry. In a pot, common jasmine needs direct sun or partial shade, moderate watering, and a small support where it can climb. Once established, it blooms every summer, and its scent becomes strongest as evening falls. Prune it lightly after flowering, and it will return stronger the following year. That is what makes jasmine different from many flowers sold as temporary decoration. You do not replace it every season. You watch it grow, branch, mature, and perfume more generously with time. Plant 2. Scented geranium. The scented geranium is not the ordinary geranium you see on every balcony. It is its more fascinating cousin. Older, richer in fragrance, and far more surprising. It arrived in Europe from South Africa around the 17th century and quickly found a place in the gardens of apothecaries, herbalists, and people who understood the value of plants beyond decoration. Its leaves release scent the moment you brush them. Depending on the variety, that fragrance can resemble rose, mint, lemon, nutmeg, or even a mixture of several notes at once. That simple ability, to release perfume with the lightest touch, is what made scented geranium so valuable for centuries. European herbalists used it to scent linens, refresh rooms, repel insects, and prepare floral waters. Geranium essential oil, especially from scented varieties, has also been studied for its possible role in emotional balance. Some aromatherapy research has reported positive results in reducing anxiety during periods of heightened stress. In a pot, scented geranium is one of the most forgiving plants you can grow. It tolerates heat, it forgives the occasional forgotten watering, and with only basic care, it grows vigorously. Give it full sun, water only when the soil begins to dry, and it will do most of the work itself. You can also multiply it easily from cuttings, which means one plant can become several in just a few weeks. In that sense, it may be the most generous plant on this list. Fragrance. Decorative foliage all year, and new plants to share with anyone you choose. Plant 3. Miniature rose. The rose has lived beside human beings longer than almost any other cultivated flower. It appears in Egyptian art dating back more than 3,000 years. In ancient writings, perfumes and fragrant oils were often described as signs of abundance, beauty, and a well-kept life, and historians have long recognized the rose as one of the most treasured aromatic plants in that tradition. The Greeks connected it with Aphrodite. The Romans scattered roses at banquets, funerals, public celebrations, and private ceremonies. Across the ancient Mediterranean, there was almost no civilization that did not make the rose part of daily life. The miniature rose gives you that entire history in a form small enough for a balcony. It carries the same elegance, the same layered fragrance, and the same perfect flower shape as larger roses, but it grows happily in a pot of about 30 centimeters. For anyone with limited space, it is one of the most beautiful compromises nature offers. Modern studies on rose essential oil have explored its connection with emotional well-being, stress regulation, and the body's response to oxidative pressure. But you do not need a laboratory to understand why people have loved this flower for millennia. One bloom opening near a window can change the mood of a room. To grow miniature roses in pots, give them excellent drainage, at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day, and a light organic feeding once a month during the flowering season. Remove faded blooms so the plant keeps producing new ones, and here is what many people do not realize. A well-cared-for miniature rose in a pot can live for more than 10 years. That means 10 years of fragrance, flowers, and living history on your balcony. Plant 4. Madagascar Jasmine. If common jasmine is the perfume of warm Arabian evenings, Madagascar jasmine is the fragrance of unforgettable occasions. Its white, waxy, star-shaped flowers release a scent so clean, deep, and elegant that for generations it became associated with weddings, celebrations, and important rites of passage in the regions where it was grown. In Madagascar and across the islands of the Indian Ocean, this climbing perennial often appeared in the gardens of families who had the space, time, and care to cultivate beauty. It was more than a plant. It was a sign of abundance, attention, and a home that had been lovingly maintained. In a pot, Madagascar jasmine behaves beautifully as long as you give it something to climb. It is a perennial vine, and when supported properly, it can turn a balcony, terrace, or bright corner into a living wall of glossy green leaves and fragrant white blooms. Its flowers usually appear in spring and early summer, and during those weeks, the scent is difficult to compare with any ordinary indoor or outdoor plant. The main aromatic compounds in this plant include farnesol and linalool, both valued in fine perfumery and found in high-quality essential oil profiles. That is why its fragrance feels refined rather than heavy. Madagascar jasmine needs bright light, stable temperatures, and regular watering without waterlogging the soil. In summer, it appreciates a little humidity in the air. If your balcony or terrace faces south or east, this plant can completely transform that space during its flowering season. And once the blooms fade, you will find yourself waiting for the next spring to experience it again. I want to pause here for a moment, because what I am about to share with you tends to disappear quickly. For years, I have been documenting plants, old growing techniques, and forgotten methods used by gardeners from previous generations. People who knew how to build gardens that protected themselves, bloomed without depending on industrial products, and remained alive for decades. This knowledge existed long before the modern gardening industry decided what you should buy, what you should replace every season, and what you were never supposed to learn. Because a garden that takes care of itself is a garden that does not keep making money for anyone. That is why I put everything together inside the Resistant Garden Guide. It includes 30 documented perennial plants, each with its natural resistance properties, ideal growing conditions, growth cycle, and practical use in creating a garden that can defend itself. These are not random decorative plants. They are the same kinds of plants older gardeners chose because they understood exactly what they were doing. Plants that help build a living, resilient, beautiful space in every season. I do not know how long I will keep this available. If you want it, go now to the first pinned comment. Not the description, the pinned comment, and save it before you continue watching. Now let's continue with the remaining plants, because what comes next surprised me the most while researching this list. Plant 5. Heliotrope. Heliotrope has a fragrance many people recognize before they even know the plant's name. That sweet, deep perfume, with notes that seem to blend vanilla and almond, is exactly the kind of scent European perfumers treasured in the 19th century, when creating feminine fragrances that later became classics. Before synthetic aroma chemistry became common, heliotrope was considered a luxury ingredient in perfumery. Its scent felt soft, warm, and expensive, the kind of fragrance people associated with elegant rooms, polished mirrors, and gardens designed to impress. Its name comes from 2 Greek words, helios, meaning sun, and tropos, meaning turn. Ancient Greeks noticed that the plant seemed to follow the path of the sun during the day, so they gave it a name that literally means turning toward the sun. In Greek mythology, heliotrope is linked to the story of Clytie, who, according to legend, was transformed into this flower while still gazing toward Apollo. So this is not just a fragrant plant. It carries a story of sunlight, longing, observation, and myth inside its very name. In a pot, heliotrope blooms throughout summer if you give it full sun. It is sensitive to hard cold, so in climates with harsh winters, it should be protected or brought indoors. Apart from that, it is surprisingly easy. Moderate watering, well-drained soil, and plenty of light. In return, it gives you that rare vanilla-like perfume that very few living plants can offer. When someone visits your home in summer and asks where that beautiful scent is coming from, the answer will be simple: from a pot. That is what makes heliotrope special. A palace garden perfume that fits into the smallest corner of your terrace. Plant 6 Night Blooming Jasmine. Night blooming jasmine keeps its secret better than almost any other plant on this list. During the day, its flowers look modest, almost easy to overlook. But when the sun goes down and the air begins to cool, everything changes. The plant releases a fragrance so powerful, so enveloping, that it can fill an entire patio, terrace, or courtyard. And that is not an accident. It is an evolutionary strategy. For thousands of years, night-blooming jasmine developed its scent to attract nocturnal pollinators, and in doing so, it created one of the most intense fragrance release systems in the plant world. In Central and South America, where this plant is native, indigenous cultures knew it well. In some places, it was used as a kind of natural marker of the evening, a plant that announced the arrival of night. In other traditions, it was associated with protection around the home. Spanish explorers later brought it to Europe, and from there it found a permanent place in Mediterranean patios and warm climate gardens. Write in the comments where you are watching this video from. It does not matter whether it is day or night where you are. I want to know which part of the world this community is coming from. In a pot, night-blooming jasmine grows strongly if it has warmth and regular watering. It is a perennial shrub that can reach around 1.5 meters, so give it a generous container. In colder climates, it may lose leaves in winter, but it usually returns with strength in spring. The care it asks for is small. The fragrance it gives you on summer nights is unforgettable. Plant 7. Gardenia. Gardenia is the flower perfumers often call the White Queen. Its fragrance is rich, complex, and unforgettable, with layers that move from floral to creamy, and then into something slightly spicy and almost mysterious. For centuries in China and Japan, gardenia was seen as a plant of refinement, clarity, and inner calm. Buddhist monasteries cultivated it in quiet inner gardens, while traditional Chinese physicians used it in preparations meant to calm the mind and support restorative sleep. When gardenia reached Europe in the 17th century, it quickly became a symbol of distinction. The grand houses of Spain, France, and Italy competed to grow the healthiest, most abundant gardenias. The reason was simple: almost no other flower could produce that kind of natural fragrance with such intensity. Modern research has studied some of the aromatic compounds found in gardenia, especially linalool and linaloyl acetate, and has found evidence suggesting calming effects on the nervous system, similar to those observed in other floral compounds known for their relaxing properties. In other words, what Buddhist monks and traditional physicians noticed centuries ago may have a real chemical foundation that researchers are now beginning to describe more precisely. In a pot, gardenia is demanding, but not impossible. It needs acidic soil, water without excess lime, steady humidity, and bright light without harsh direct sun during the hottest hours of the day. In return for that attention, it gives you flowers capable of perfuming an entire room for weeks. Among all the plants on this list, gardenia may be the one that gives back the most for the care it asks from you. Plant 8. Lily of the Valley. Lily of the Valley may be the smallest flower on this list, yet it produces one of the most recognizable scents in the entire world of perfumery. That fresh, clean, slightly green fragrance, touched with a sweetness that never feels heavy, has been used for generations as a reference point in luxury fragrance making. For a long time, its scent was extremely difficult to reproduce artificially. Well into the modern age of perfumery, the real flower remained precious because its delicate aroma was so hard to capture. That is one reason Lily of the Valley became associated with refinement, purity, and quiet elegance. In European tradition, this tiny flower carries enormous symbolic weight. In France, it is given on the 1st of May as a sign of good luck and renewal. In medieval Christian tradition, it was sometimes known as the tears of the Virgin Mary. In old herbal texts, it appears connected with memory, clarity, and the return of joy after winter. But what many people do not know is that lily of the valley is also one of the easiest perennial flowers to maintain in a pot. It grows from rhizomes, prefers partial shade, enjoys moderate watering, and likes cooler temperatures. In spring, it produces those little white bell-shaped flowers with their unmistakable fragrance. In summer, the flowers fade, but the foliage remains. In autumn, the plant rests. Then, when the next spring arrives, it returns and blooms again with almost no effort from you. That is what a true perennial means. Plant 9. Rosemary. Rosemary closes this list because it may be the plant that has walked beside human beings the longest. It appears in the medical writings of ancient Greece. The Romans burned it in temples as an offering and used it in funeral ceremonies as a symbol of memory, loyalty, and continuity. In medieval Spain, rosemary belonged in almost every monastery garden. And in the 14th century, Queen Elizabeth of Hungary is said to have used an alcohol-based rosemary preparation known as Hungary water, often remembered as one of the earliest modern perfumes in Western history. But rosemary's scent is not only pleasant, it is active. Research in cognitive neuroscience has studied 1,8-cineol, one of the main aromatic compounds in rosemary, and linked exposure to its aroma with improvements in processing speed and working memory. In other words, rosemary does not simply smell clean and sharp. It appears to do something measurable in the brain. That is exactly what medieval monks may have noticed when they planted it near places of study, prayer, and reflection, even if they did not yet have the scientific language we use today. In a pot, rosemary is almost impossible to kill if you understand what it wants. Give it direct sun, poor but well-drained soil, and very little water. In fact, the most common mistake is watering it too much. This is a Mediterranean plant, shaped by dry slopes, heat, wind, and difficult soil. You can give it very little, and year after year it will give you back fragrance, resilience, and the scent of a plant that has stayed with humanity since before written history. If this video showed you that you do not need a large garden, a big budget, or years of experience to create a balcony or terrace that smells like the gardens our ancestors once cultivated, give it a like now. That simple gesture helps this knowledge reach more people who still do not know that there is a more beautiful way to live surrounded by plants. Tell me in the comments which of these 9 flowers surprised you the most. Are you on the team that had never heard of night-blooming jasmine? The team that just discovered heliotrope? Or the team that already had one of these plants at home and now finally understands why it felt so special? And if you know someone who is still spending money on artificial air fresheners without realizing that nature solved this problem thousands of years ago, send them this video today. The Resistant Garden Guide is still available in the first pinned comment. It includes 30 documented perennial plants to help you build a garden that can protect and renew itself naturally. If you did not get it earlier, open the pinned comment before you close this video. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell so you do not miss what is coming next week. Every week we go deeper into the old gardening knowledge that experienced growers used for generations and that most people will never discover on their own. And remember this, the flowers that perfumed our ancestors' gardens still exist. They still grow. They are still waiting in a pot for someone to plant them. The question is, will that someone be you?